your name was brought up on the show recently. Zoe Kravitz was here. She's a friend of yours.
Yes.
And she told a story really about your kindness and about how you invited her and her mom, Lisa Bonet, to stay at your home after the fires in California. And then she also said that her mom had a snake and the snake got loose in your house. So we just want to give you a chance to tell Taylor's version, if you will, of this snake in the house story.
I just want to preface this with, we've all got that one friend.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just remember getting a call from my head of security and him trying to explain this story to me. And my first question was, what snake?
Yeah.
I was unaware of the presence of the snake.
I guess that's
on
funny.
On the premises.
If someone calls and says the snake is loose and you didn't even know there was a snake.
Did not know there was a snake. But I kind of found myself listening to this and I'm like, okay. Okay, and I hate to first and last name a friend, but it's important in this situation. Okay, so Zoe Kravitz and Lisa Bonet are holding on to a Burmese python. It's halfway in the wall. There's a man standing with an axe who has just chopped up a custom vintage antique cupboard.
Yeah.
There's splinters on the floor. They're looking, in my mind, they're looking up over their shoulder. This is an Annie Leibovitz shoot.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
This is the chicest thing I've ever heard in my life. Zoe's wearing like head to toe the row. I'm like, this is a YSL ad, not a problem.
Yeah.
It just sounds incredible. I'm sad I didn't see it.
I know. It was incredible that the story was they always had half the snake.
Exactly.
Like the only part of the snake that got lost was the front half.
But all I'm seeing are just like the elite cheekbones.
Yeah, they really.
And I'm just like, I can't even be mad.
If you can take a good picture when you're holding on for dear life to the back half of a snake, you can take a good picture anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just like, I did play the little game in my head because I know her well enough to know she's not going to tell me about this until it's fixed.
Yeah.
I know her so well. And I'm like, I just kept a little countdown on my phone, like just counting the days. I think it was like 3 weeks. Exactly the amount of time it took to fix the damaged cupboard.
She waited, yeah.
And she's like sitting at my house. She's like, hey, so like I'm just gonna tell you about something that happened now that it's fixed. And I was like, you had a snake in the house and it got loose and it was in the wall and they had to get an axe and she's like, I told them not to tell you.
Yeah, I've talked many times, it's one of my favorite stories, about the monologue song you wrote at SNL. But I haven't talked to you. I just went back and rewatched. We wrote a sketch for you called Firelight, which was a Twilight parody where Bill Hader was a Frankenstein.
Yes.
But in the rewatch, we were like, you're doing some of the best lip-biting acting.
Thank you.
You really brought a lot to the table.
Thank you so much. So I was really trying to bring the smoldering intensity of the moment because this is back in 2009, I believe. I was 19. I was hosting SNL for the first time. And now that I look back, I am so lucky that we got to like do anything around something as iconic and 2009 as Twilight.
It's true.
Like I look back and I'm just like, yes!
It's really good.
Oh my God, it was so cool. So the vibe of the sketch was that actually it's not a vampire that I'm in love with, it's a Frankenstein.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Bill Hader played Frankenstein.
Very well.
Very well. And this was like, I look back on this week of my life, this was like, to me, like the most exciting thing that had ever happened to me in my life at 19. And like, and definitely like hosting SNL, like that was absolutely the most amount of times I've changed clothes. Like at that point until the Eras tour.
Oh, that was, you knew you could do the Eras tour because of SNL.
I knew I could do the Eras tour. Like I can get these costume changes.
Yeah.
Like this is the most fast-paced thing ever. But like SNL was so much fun, and that's when I got to meet you.
It's fantastic. We were very lucky. All of us were so lucky to meet you back then.
Yeah, I mean, I welcome the chaos. The rule of show business is if it's the first week of my album release and you are saying either my name or my album title, you're helping. And art, I have a lot of respect for people's subjective opinions on art. I'm not the art police. It's like everybody is allowed to feel exactly how they want. And what our goal is as entertainers is to be a mirror. Oftentimes an album is a really, really wild way to look at yourself, right? What you're going through in your life is going to affect whether you relate to the music that I'm putting out at any given moment. And what I often love seeing my fans say is, I used to be someone who didn't relate to Reputation, and now that I've been through some other things in my life, that's my favorite album. Or I used to be a fearless girly, now I'm obsessed with Evermore. And we're doing this thing for keeps. I have such an eye on legacy when I'm making my music. I know what I made. I know I adore it. And I know that on the theme of what the showgirl is, all of this is part of it.
It's ordered chaos though, Taylor, because I'm looking at the album cover right now, which you revealed in the video that you directed, which was already there and already waiting, and we were trying to figure out what this all meant, and then it all makes sense in time that moves forward. And so, it must have been really wonderful to release that video and know that it answered a lot of questions for fans and also raised a lot of questions because, as always, 87 on the door, what's going on over there, all these kind of really cool things. To direct that and storyboard that must have been a blast.
Oh, it really was. I had a list of I think it was over 100 Easter eggs to put into that video. And I was just going through my list and checking them off one by one as we were going through our production design process. And it's a blast because the fans have made it a blast, because they know that this all points to, current art, past art, or future art. That's pretty much the realm of the Easter egg thing. So the fact that they care that much about the sort of canon of albums that I've made or plans I may have in the future, it's I just am very honored by it, and it seems like they're still having fun with it. As long as this is something that's fun for them, it's going to be fun for me to plan.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And if you say there's over 100 or so in there, then I'm sure everyone's going to go right back and start watching that video again, trying to figure out what they haven't already figured out. I wanted to finish this brief conversation by talking about legacy and personal legacy and growth. The idea of being able to write in the moment, not necessarily be beholden to something you experienced previous, but honoring it by putting it out a year later or 6 months or 3 months later. And it being an album that's so full of joy and so full of humor, even about the things that probably used to drive you crazy, you're able to laugh at now, which I love as well. And so the question is that, getting to a place where you can make an album like this, capture lightning in a bottle as you described it, what has it allowed you to leave behind? You've created new space to fill it with love and joy and all the things to come, but we're finite. What have you been able to leave behind by making this album?
Making this album was really something I've been wanting to do for my entire career, because I have always wanted to have fun in this type of way, to have fun, to exhibit mischief and be flirty and fun and make jokes and get to have that side of my personality that's a huge part of my personality. A lot of people who are friends with me and when we meet in person and stuff, people realize that oftentimes I get so serious, or I'm really known for a lot of my sad songs, my cathartic songs or breakup songs or whatever, because I love to write those things. But that's not the place I'm in my life. So what I have left behind is something that really exhibits who I am in this moment, pays homage to the most important moment of my life, which was the exuberance and electricity of the Eras Tour. I'm so proud of this songcraft. I'm so proud of these melodies and these lyrics and these stories and going in and out of character and kind of playing with your style of speak. It's interesting. I oftentimes have a recorder going while we're writing, and me and Max and Johan, our vibe is very stream of consciousness. You sing this line, I sing the next line. Wait. What did you say 2 minutes ago? That second note was better in that. Can we go back, run it back? What did you say there? And so what I just put this out on iTunes is voice memos from when we were writing, because you actually get to hear us come up with these ideas, stream of conscious, in the moment, in real time. And it's pretty wild. I'm very lucky to get to experience that with people like them who are just, they're geniuses in my opinion. And I feel elevated every time.
Seeing Taylor Swift light up television screens had Swifties buzzing with excitement following the release of her latest studio album. The life of a showgirl, as the 35-year-old superstar appeared on Late Night with Seth Meyers, delivering a mix of charm, wit, and laugh-out-loud anecdotes. Among the highlights, Taylor recounted a hilarious VIP booth mishap during the tour, where her fiancé Travis Kelce, convinced he was chatting with his favorite director, Greta Gerwig, instead found himself hilariously off-target. After an awkward "I'm just Ken" joke fell flat, the pair pieced together the confusion. Travis hadn't been speaking to Greta at all. Taylor teased, recalling the moment. "Is there any chance, baby, that you complimented Hugh Grant's wife, Anna Elizabeth Eberstein, on her movie Barbie?" Travis nodded sheepishly, while Taylor, ever gracious, chose not to reveal the mix-up, leaving the audience in stitches and perfectly capturing the playful, celebrity-filled whirlwind of their high-profile romance. The answer was a resounding yes, an overwhelmingly high chance that exactly that moment sparked the idea. Taylor Swift revealed how her track Elizabeth Taylor was born during a playful conversation with fiancé Travis Kelce, prompting her to leap out of the car and record the inspiration immediately. In a Pandora TikTok video shared on Wednesday, October 8th, the 14-time Grammy winner explained that the creative spark struck mid-chat, fueled by the whirlwind energy of their discussion. Yet, the origin traced back even further to her parents, who sent her a clip of Elizabeth Taylor's son offering a flattering comparison, suggesting that if anyone today embodied the iconic persona and vibrant chaos of his mother, it would be Taylor herself, a compliment that left Swift genuinely flattered and catalyzed the song's creation. Taylor Swift, D5 shared, "I just immediately started talking to Travis about it," seemingly referencing Elizabeth Taylor's son, Christopher Wilding. She continued, "I was going on and on about Elizabeth Taylor, talking about all the things I loved, how she kept challenging herself late into her life. I had to get out of the car." Swift added, "One sec, I have to get out of the car for a second," before singing a melody into her phone, getting back in, and capturing the magic of inspiration in real time. In a 2024 interview with The Guardian, Wilding, 70, expressed, "I can't tell you how much I admire Taylor Swift. I'm now a Swiftie." He praised her Instagram post at the presidential debate, noting, "Huge props to her. That reminds me a little bit of the same spirit my mom had." Speaking to TMZ in August, Wilding called Swift a rare, positive role model for young girls, commending her philanthropy and unwavering courage to stand up for what she believes. Taylor Swift recently reflected on her deep admiration for Elizabeth Taylor and revealed the inspiration behind her song named after the Hollywood icon. In this record, there's a song called Elizabeth Taylor, which channels my emotions and my struggles with fame through the lens of cosplaying the life of Elizabeth Taylor, Swift explained, offering an intimate glimpse into her creative process. So you kind of meld the two experiences together, the chart-topping artist shared during an interview on Z100's Elvis Duran show, blending personal reflection with cinematic homage in a way that resonates with fans worldwide.